Mark, this morning I opened the window just as the first light broke through the trees. The air had that crisp bite, and the world felt so calm, like it was holding its breath for the day ahead. It made me think, this is the kind of stillness we all need to carry into our mornings.
Those quiet moments really are pure magic, aren't they? And that's exactly what we hope to create here on Blue Mountain Morning. Welcome, everyone. It's Monday, January 27th, and we're here to help you find your own moment of clarity as we explore today's most important stories.
Oh man, we've got some fascinating things to talk about today. I'm practically buzzing with excitement, and it's not just the coffee.
Always the coffee with you, Alex? Let's ground ourselves and guide our listeners through what matters most today.
All right, so today we've got two major stories that I think really capture where we are as a society. First up, Deepseek's making waves in the tech world, and wow, the stock market is going absolutely bananas over it.
It's fascinating, isn't it? Deepseek is a Chinese artificial intelligence company that develops open-source large language models, offering high performance at a lower cost compared to Western counterparts. Deepseek's new AI model has sent tech stocks plummeting, particularly among chip companies like NVIDIA. We're seeing some of the biggest single-day declines since last summer.
Wait, you're telling me that just one AI announcement can do that? That's kind of terrifying and amazing at the same time.
That's exactly the point. See, what makes this particularly significant is that DeepSeek's technology is showing capabilities that are genuinely surprising investors. We're talking about processing power that's far beyond what was expected at this stage, and the company claims to need way fewer resources than its competitors.
I'm getting major 2023 AI boom flashbacks here. But there's something different this time, right?
Yes, and this is crucial for our listeners to understand. Unlike the speculative bubble we saw last year, this surge is backed by concrete technological achievements. Companies like NVIDIA and AMD are seeing their stock prices drop because they're the ones manufacturing the hardware that everyone thought is required to make AI advances possible. Now, DeepSeek's success with so little resources casts doubt over this assumption.
But, we should probably pivot to our second story, which honestly gives me chills every time I think about it. Today marks the 80th anniversary of the liberation of Auschwitz.
Yes, and it's a moment that demands our attention and reflection. Today, ceremonies are being held at the memorial site in Poland, with survivors and their families gathering to commemorate this solemn anniversary.
You know what really gets to me? The survivors who are still with us today are in their 90s or older. We're literally watching the last living witnesses to one of history's darkest chapters.
That's exactly why this anniversary feels particularly poignant. The youngest survivors are now in their early 80s, and their testimonies are more precious than ever. Several American institutions, including the U.S. Holocaust Memorial Museum, are hosting special commemorative events today.
And with everything going on in the world right now, these remembrances feel especially relevant, don't they?
Absolutely. It's a powerful reminder of why we must remain vigilant against hatred and discrimination in all their forms, while celebrating the resilience of the human spirit. You know, Alex, when we look at how DeepSeek's announcement is reshaping markets, we're really seeing ripples that'll touch every corner of the American economy.
Oh my God, I just realized this isn't just about tech stocks anymore, is it? This is like everything.
Exactly. Think about it. We're seeing AI capabilities that could fundamentally change how businesses operate. Small business owners, factory workers, office professionals, everyone's going to feel this shift.
Wait, but should people be freaking out about their jobs? Because I'm kind of freaking out about jobs.
Well, it's more complex than that. Sure, some roles will change, but we're actually seeing new jobs being created. The manufacturing sector, especially in states like Texas and Arizona, is expanding to meet the demand for AI hardware.
Really? Because all I keep hearing about is doom and gloom and robots taking over and...
Hold on. Let me paint a clearer picture. Remember how the internet changed things? At first, people panicked, but it ended up creating entirely new industries.
Okay, yeah, I guess I wouldn't have this job without that whole internet thing happening.
Precisely. And here's what's really interesting. We're seeing traditional American industries adapting rather than disappearing. Car manufacturers are incorporating AI, farmers are using it for crop management, even local shops are finding ways to use these tools.
Oh, like that coffee shop downtown that started using AI to predict their busy hours.
That's a perfect example. And here's what makes this moment particularly significant for our listeners. We're at a point where understanding these changes isn't just about staying informed, it's about spotting opportunities.
But isn't there also like a responsibility thing here? Like, we should probably be thinking about how to use this stuff ethically, right?
Absolutely crucial point. This is why we're seeing more American universities launching programs in AI ethics and companies establishing their own guidelines. You know, on this somber day of remembrance for the 80th anniversary of the Auschwitz liberation, I can't help but think about how relevant these lessons still are for us today.
It's really something that hits you in the gut, doesn't it? Like this wasn't even that long ago.
Exactly. And what strikes me most is how these historical moments can guide us in our present. When we talk about standing up against hatred and division, it's not just about remembering, it's about acting.
Oh, like that amazing community program I heard about in Minneapolis where they're bringing together people from different backgrounds to share their stories.
That's exactly the kind of practical action I'm talking about. You know what I tell people? Start small. Maybe it's just saying hello to your neighbor who comes from a different background, or learning about a culture you're unfamiliar with.
It's kind of like building muscles, right? Like you don't just wake up one day and lift 300 pounds. You start with the small weights.
Perfect analogy. And here's something concrete our listeners can do today. Take 5 minutes to learn about someone different from you. Could be through a book, a conversation, or even just a genuine question.
And maybe like actually listen to the answer. I'm working on that part.
You know, in this world of constant notifications and endless scrolls, I find myself drawn to this simple truth. Nature has its own rhythm, one that's been keeping time long before our smartphones came along.
Oh man, I totally get that. Sometimes I catch myself checking my phone while I'm checking my phone, if that makes any sense.
It makes perfect sense. But here's what I do. I imagine myself as a mountain stream. Stay with me here.
Like the bubbly kind or the eerily still kind? Because I'm definitely more of a chaos stream.
Whatever kind you are, the point is, water doesn't rush because it's getting notifications. It just flows, takes the path it needs to take.
You know what's weird? I tried this thing where I put my phone in another room during breakfast, and I swear I could hear the birds outside for the first time in forever.
That's exactly it. The world keeps spinning, keeps breathing, keeps moving, with or without our constant digital connection. Maybe today we can all try to sync up with that natural rhythm, even if it's just for a few breaths.
Like those little moments when you catch a sunset between buildings and for a second, everything just makes sense.
Precisely. Nature's always there, offering us that pause button. We just need to remember to press it.
Well, folks, that brings us to the end of another Blue Mountain morning. What a journey we've had today, from the tech waves of Deepseek to those powerful reminders of history.
You know, it's been quite something. And remember, whether you're riding those market waves or taking that moment of mindful pause we talked about, you've got this.
Oh, and please come back tomorrow. Same time, same mountain. We'll have more stories, more insights, and probably more of my weird stream analogies.
Always a pleasure starting the morning with all of you. Until tomorrow, stay grounded and keep flowing.
This is Alex.
And Mark,
Wishing you a beautiful rest of your day from Blue Mountain Morning.